Morning, guys. So I'm mocking all this up, getting it in. That's my upper cowl. So okay, so most of this stuff is workable. This fits in. This is perfect. This is perfect. My alignment deal where I wanted all that fit in there perfect. Well, my problem was, and I was super excited about this part, talking about how great it was and everything. Okay, and it is a nice part. However, I didn't really look underneath here. Let me get my light real quick. Okay, if that shows that. All right. So you see that gap back there? I'm gonna have to do something with that. I've got the same gap under there. I said, oh, this is nice and snug. This fits real nice like it's supposed to. They bent this part a little bit funny to where it's not quite, doesn't have the wide radius that, you know, this part's a little more narrow, which is fine. I can work with that. That's gonna be seam sealed. But that won't fly. That's a double panel. I can't just push it up into it and meet it. It's super strong right there. It's actually one piece comes all the way around, and then, as you can see, stops there. So I'm going to, what I'm opting to do is split this part, probably cut a pie piece into it, beat it down and out, and then put my piece in there and actually make this part fit. Because I don't want to modify the factory stuff. Most of this aftermarket stuff is just close anyway, so you know this part's the faulty part, not that one. So I may start work on that. I'm kind of thinking this through. I've tried to look at all my options, getting these gaps down, clamped all this down. There's a little bit of a gap there. Looks like it needs to go down, but it's just not going to. It just won't do it. It's only got this much to go down, and so that's going to be a gap, which may have been that way from the factory. I kind of doubt it, but I know I pulled a whole bunch of seam sealer, like big gobs, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I may have some of it over here in the floor. Yeah, this stuff like that, just big giant gobs of seam sealer or whatever that is that they put in around the edges and stuff. So yeah, that may have just been a big glob in there, but that had to be welded in here, and it still does. I'll have to weld that down, but I may end up having to glob the seam sealer in here and over the top of that. But like I said, all this stuff is fitting right. Same gap over here, but you can see here that is snug up against it. You're just not, you just don't get any more than that. That is what it is. So I can't beat it down anymore. It's tight through here. It's like they just needed to come down just a little bit further with that. And even at that, if they'd come down a little further with that, it may have let it bring it down a little bit more in here, but not completely. So anyway, I thought I'd give you a heads up. That's where I'm at. So yeah, we'll see how this works out. See what we have to do to get it right. But that's it. That's it for now. Alright guys, so I think I figured out the problem. This sucks. So yeah, you can see here, this is got this little deal, and this is my original. So I thought when I first got this, I thought the only difference in these was this hole was here. So I thought, well, if I want this in mine, I'll just cut this. But this actually worked out better for me because I'm going to put AC, aftermarket AC, so I didn't want this big hole in here because that just lets air come in from outside, so I didn't want that. So I thought that's perfect. Here's the problem. That's for an AC car. This is a non-AC car. That's a different panel. And if you look right here, you can see where that's hit and all that. That's not there. doesn't have that. It's different. There's the piece that comes out here, but it's still different. So I called Summit and told them what the deal was, and I asked them, because the only thing they have on their website is for a 68 Camaro. It doesn't say AC or non-AC. So the lady goes, well, let me call AMD and see what they say. So she called AMD, and AMD said, yeah, it is a different panel, and we don't make that panel. And I'm like, oh crap, because I've already epoxied that, I've already painted it, the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, well, where does that leave me? And she says, well, as a courtesy, we'll go ahead and take it back. She said, I'll send you a return UPS label. And I'm like, hey, this panel's been modified. I painted it and I've seam sealed it and done all this stuff. I mean, it's freaking ready for somebody else. They'll love it, but I don't think you could probably sell it that way. And she's like, no, that's just not a problem. Just send it back to us and we'll refund your money. So now I got to order a different part from somewhere else and make sure it's non-AC before it'll fit, because yeah, it's just not fitting up in there like it's supposed to. So that's the problem. Man, this has been giving me fits for several days. I've had multiple videos I was going to upload, but I thought, man, I need to figure this out, And man, while they're very, very close, I mean, damn near identical, they're just not quite the same. Man, I mean, so close though. But yeah, you can kind of see here, it's just a little different. Not huge, but I don't know. We'll send her back. That sucks. I got to figure out a box or packaging or something, because I threw the freaking box away, which I know better, but did it anyway. All right, guys. So what's the lesson? The lesson for today? The lesson for today is don't be a dumbass. Look your parts over really, really well when you get them. So I went through all that work and did all that. I shipped it off already. It's gone. Oh, by the way, Tom, thanks. I used the box that you sent these brake lines in. I hadn't opened it. These are beautiful, by the way, so thank you. You sent me these several years ago. But anyway, yeah, that box fit. I threw the other box away, which is another thing. Make sure your parts fit before you throw the box away, because then you got to go get a box, and that's a pain in the ass, and that will cost you more money, and blah, blah, blah. So, another lesson. Don't throw the freaking box away till you know the part is exactly what you want. I put that one back together and screwed it together and flipped it over and measured and measured and measured, and I finally figured out something ain't right on the back side. I'm going to put brackets in here. I don't know if you can see that down there, but anyway, I'm going to do some brackets so that way when I pull the floor out, I'll come right back up to those same points with the new floor pan, get it all right where it needs to be. But yeah, I got to get this part, so I may go with Goodmark. Summit sells Goodmark, and it says specifically on the Goodmark deal, this is a non-AC part. Well, AMD doesn't say that, so I don't know, my bad. I'm a dumbass. Check your shit better. All right, see ya.